of Bruce Arians not being on the sidelines and it being Todd Bowles calling plays. Now with this timeout debacle, I'm going to ask the two of you, is the seat at least a little lukewarm as far as the coaching staff for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going ahead and looking forward?
I feel like that's a good question. It's like in my head, no. Like, but that's like me personally, because I'm like, I wouldn't fire a coach.
You guys cover this team every single day. You guys know. So I'm just curious as to what you're hearing.
I feel like there's so many more factors involved than just trying to find a scapegoat, which I know is sort of the popular thing to do. Like, let's find one person and blame it.
Yeah.
But I see it as a bigger thing where it's pieces here and there, different games, different problems.
But doesn't that all fall under coaching in the end, though?
But at the end of the day, I see it as the coach isn't executing out on the field.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Dan?
So,
well, the MO of the Glazers is to not make, move. I won't say a rash move, but sudden moves. They don't do it. In the past, let's just say decade, because they've gone through so many head coaches in a decade. It's always taken place after the final game of the regular season. And I can tell you this, right now overseas, they have bigger fish to fry with their soccer team. It's in complete limbo with the whole Ronaldo thing. So Joel Glazer spent a chunk of time actually in England trying to figure that out during the Bucs bye week. So they're occupied. But I can't think that the ownership sat and watched that game the other day and was fine with the final drive.
Sure.
They're just like, they watch football too. It was bizarre. Have I said that yet?
I think you said it a couple times.
I would say we've gone through the is Byron Leftwich in trouble scenario, and that's quieted down a little bit until now. And now we introduce Todd Bowles into that equation, and I personally don't see any changes on the horizon because
no in-season change. Definitely not. Absolutely not.
Definitely not an in-season change for sure. But the thing is, the NFC South right now is so bad that it's winnable. It might be winnable at 8 and 9,
which is crazy.
And so it's not over. And when they get to the end, they're going to play Atlanta in the end, and that darn well might be a championship game for the NFC South. And that's the only team that's getting into the playoffs from the division. The Glazers would assess where they are after that. I still think they win the division. After all this doom and gloom, I think they win the division. So that would definitely keep people off the hot seat.
I like the optimism.